screen?
Mm. Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Okay, I wanted to talk about something we all experience at some point, self doubt. And it is the topic for the day and how we can overcome the self doubt. So, let us understand what self doubt is. Like, self doubt is that little voice in our head. It's just telling us that we are not good enough. We can't do that thing. We are not qualified enough to do the task. Yeah, it it often comes from like the negative thoughts of our mind, past failures, or even the criticism of other people which has went wrong. Like they have criticized you in a wrong way, and which led you to think that I am not qualified enough. Yeah, this inner critic can make us feel scared to try new things or to even speak about it. And also it often stems from like the negative self-talk, even from inner thoughts of ourselves. So just let us talk about the impact of self-doubt, what it would lead, like what are the consequences of self-doubt. One of the worst impact of self-doubt is on our personal growth. Like we think that we are not good enough, mm, we are trying to do new things. Let's say I am in accountancy firm, like I am a student and I just want to complete my ACCA exams and get become a qualified ACCA. But before giving exam, I think that I am not good enough to give the exam and completely pass or even get good marks. So like this will lead us to like uh, prevent us from personal growth, and it obviously leads to procrastination. Like let's say I am trying to get a new skill, let's say some technical skill or even in programming, just for the just to improve my skills. I think that I'm an accountancy a person, I'm an accounting person, but how can I learn programming which is not related to my course, my career, anything? So like this leads to procrastination. We just don't try to learn things, we just don't do anything. Yeah, this is one of the impact on personal growth of self-doubt. And another thing is it impacts our professional life too. It leads to like when we are in professional life, like we have to share our opinions on the thing we are doing, on the task we are doing, or even the ideas we have to express. But like we think that my idea is not good enough. It's like this my idea is way too obvious, everyone knows it. So this self-doubt leads to like we don't even share those ideas, which we don't know whether they are good or not. Like they might be really good ideas, nobody else has thought about that. So this affects in professional life too. And another field it affects is our mental health. Like this seems not so uh, hard to guess, but if we self-doubt ourselves too much, it might lead to depression, anxiety, and even low self-esteem, which leads to like same again. It the cycle repeats again and again. My self-esteem is so low that I won't be discussing my ideas. I won't be trying new things. This cycle repeats again and again. So I wanted to share some strategies how we can overcome self-doubt. Like one of the best strategy we can do is setting realistic goals. This is the reason. When we set unrealistic goals, this might lead to being thinking that we were not qualified enough to achieve this goal. But in the first day we set this goal as way too unrealistic. We can set realistic goals by using a framework called smart goals. I think everyone knows about this, I'll just repeat it again. Smart goals are like specific, being as specific as you can, writing down what is our goal, and measurable with just say I wanted to achievable alone is not enough. You need a full team, you need a big all the required materials, all the other things you need to achieve the goal. It just since A stands for achievable, and we have smart SMART. We covered SMA, or RT is R for relevant, all stands for relevant, which is relevant to you, and stands for time bound, which is like we have to set the goal, we have to complete this goal within this time. Like let's say we have to complete our audit before year ends. Like that's the smart goal. So setting realistic goals will actually help you from not doubting ourselves. Uh, uh, we goes on. And another strategy to overcome self doubt is embarrass. Sorry, my bad. Embrace failure. Like in our school days, we were taught that failure is not a option. Like you should pass, you should be qualified, you should try your hard, you should never fail. But this is not actually possible in our real life. We've we go through failures every day to day. If we just can't live without failures. But in my personal experiences, I think that failure teaches us many things than when you actually succeed in a thing. Let's say, let's say that I did a mistake. I'm an intern. I did a mistake in my work. So I can clearly see that I did a mistake. I will remember this. I won't forget about this mistake I have done. If I completely do the work correctly, it's done. The work is done. I have learned many things, but it won't be things I learned while I did a mistake. If you did a mistake, you will learn. You will for sure learn from that mistake. And another one more strategy is surrounding yourself with positive people, like positive people who just encourages you, who gives a positive criticism, who actually cares about you, not the people who just influence you negatively and make you feel like you are not good enough. uh, and this is one of my favorite strategy, like visualization. Let's say I want to achieve this goal within this time. Just we have to imagine ourselves achieving this goal, achieving this goal. This is like pretty simple strategy, but this strategy I explored it in a book called Psycho Cybernetics. This book talks about how you can improve your self-esteem. Self-esteem. This increasing self-esteem directly leads you not doubting yourself, thinking that you are good, qualified enough. These are all the strategies I have shared with you, and I wanted to know what are your opinion about self doubt, and just wanted to know what are the strategies you have come across. So anyone can share the strategy.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for the topic, Asad. I wanted to share one thing that came to my mind. So personally, when I have, doubt in myself, I have self-doubt in in a specific matter. Sometimes, I want I go through I try to think deeply to understand where this is come from. So sometimes self-doubt comes from actually, not it comes from you not knowing things completely. I mean, like for example, you don't have enough information about a specific topic about that thing that you are having doubt about. I try to recognize the reasons, and I try to recognize where it comes from, and I try to fix the root. For example, if I want to do, for example, to do a thing, and I have doubt. I don't know if I can do it, if it is, if I have the ability to do that, or if I'm able to do that. So no, I try to research about that. I try to get more information, educate myself about that matter, that topic. So it always helps. Most of the time, it helps me to become, more educated about that topic, and to overcome my doubts. And for example, I will give an example. For example, imagine I want to speak in public, about something. Okay, so about a specific topic, like this daily mindset training session that we have. Okay, so for some people, it might be a hard thing, speaking publicly, presenting, hosting a session, and maybe they have doubt in themselves that can they do it, or they cannot. So I think the best way to overcome this doubt is to be prepared for example, in this case, to be prepared for this session, to go research about the topic that you want to discuss, to have more information in this matter. So I think educating yourself about a topic, about a thing that you are having doubt on, is really important to overcome your doubt and can help you. Thank you.
Yes, Sidari. I think that's one of a great strategy, like getting it to the root of the problem, getting what is causing us to doubt ourselves. Like that's obviously like many people won't think, but this is like one of the good strategy I have think about like for self doubt. Yes, thank you, Sidari. Thank you for sharing your valuable opinion.
You're welcome. Thank you for the topic.
Yes. Anyone,
Yeah,
guys?
yeah. Asad, thank you very much for this
Yes.
nice topic, overcoming self-doubt. And I think having self-doubt happens to even the best brains, the best people, regardless, because if you interact with people who have gone ahead, in quotes, they will still tell you that at times they still feel this self-doubt as if they are not enough or they are inadequate in some areas. So um, I think for me, what I do, because at times, when you want to do something, you just feel like, can I do this thing? Am I even qualified? What do I know? Even after you have researched and you have put your facts together and you have learned about it. So what I do, what works for me is, first and foremost, I will ensure if it's like speaking on a topic like Setari mentioned, if it is about passing the knowledge, I try to get as much as possible facts so that I'll be speaking from a position of knowledge. So when I have that box ticked already that, okay, I know what I want to talk about. So I ask myself, okay, so why am I feeling this way? What is the self-doubt about? Is it coming from angle of fear? Am I afraid that, okay, the people I'm going to meet there, maybe, is it their faces that is going to scare me off? Or is it that I feel that they are better than me? So I try to settle that within myself. And what the third thing I do is to write a set of affirmations, like I affirm myself, because I try to look at it that, okay, every other person is human being like the way I am. Like, even if they are better than me, even if they have gone ahead of me, they didn't get there just in a day. They learned the way I learned. So I will be like, okay, I have learned this thing. I know this thing. I know this is right. I will affirm myself that, Bukola, you can do this. Yeah. So affirmation works for me. Thank you.
Yes, Bokola, that's like amazing. That's like just they are all human beings. We can talk to them, we can express our opinion. There is nothing to fear about it. So like that's a good idea. Like when I attended this webinar, I felt like they were all people, they were all professionals. I'm just a student. Like I went with my other student friends, colleagues. So we were like, they are all good people. They have been in industry for 10 years, 20 years. we are just students. We want, how can we approach them, how can we network with them, like this. We at last we were like, we followed professor and we went to talk with them. Like, if this is your strategy, if we had known this strategy, it would be have way too better. Like, we could just go to them, talk with them. They are also human beings, like just like us. They have reached that level, just going through all the things, like just like us, normal human beings. There is nothing to fear about. That's like, this is really good. This is really good. Yes. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning,
Thank you, Asad. Thank you, Asad, for this topic. I just want to buttress on what Bukola said. I also feel like the greatest of minds do feel self-doubt. I feel like each and every one of us are bound to feel self-doubt at some point. However, I would feel like it's very important for us to know that sorry, it's very important for us to know that we are all humans, as she said. And I feel like we should not dwell much on making decisions, because if you are feeling self doubt and, for instance, you've gone through the process of knowing the root cause, what am I going to do? Is it going to end? I feel like the foundation of self-doubt is basically fear of the unknown, because maybe you fear the result, or maybe I'm not going to do better, or maybe they're going to say this, or maybe I'm going to talk too much if it's public speaking. So I feel like is you should just do it. Just have the mentality that whatever outcome comes from it, I won't have the regret of saying, oh, I did not do it, or I should have, but I did not, because I had self-doubt, and you have the regret of not doing it. So I feel like just don't dwell on it too much. If you have self-doubt, write down your affirmations. Know that, oh, they're humans too, they make mistakes too. They are not in the position they are just by snap of the finger and they were there. They also went through stages and processes to reach whatever they did. So just don't dwell on it much. That's what I would add to everything that everybody has said. Yeah.
Yes, yes, Jessica, that was like good. That was good. Same as Bokola said. We don't have to think about much. We just have to go do the thing. Then whatever the result is, it's okay. Whether it was like a mistake, we did mistake. Just like you said, we are human beings. We do mistake. We obviously do mistakes. We can't live without doing mistakes. So just do the thing, see the results. We can improve the next time. If we did many mistakes, we will improve the next time. Yeah.
Hi everyone. Good morning. Thank you, Asaf, for this brilliant topic. And yeah, I just want to add something quickly. Yeah, as all of you were saying, I think it's completely normal for each one of us to have self-doubts. I think it's part of a human being. And I think it comes. I think self-doubt comes from a fear that we have, fear of failing, maybe. Because whatever we want to do, we have a part in ourselves that is only thinking about the disadvantage that that thing may cause. It's that part is thinking about what if you fail, what if you don't succeed, and it's that fear that makes you doubt yourself and the whatever you want to do. So I think it's important to overcome that fear. And I sometimes I think that it's not completely bad to have self-doubt, because sometimes it helps you to think deeply, deeper to whatever we want to do. Because as I was saying, I think it comes from a fear. It comes from that side of your brain that always fear of failing and not succeeding. And I think it's not completely bad. I think when you have self-doubt, it shouldn't stop you, but it should just stop you for a second. You think about it more, think about whatever you want to do more, and make a wise decision. And then I think you can overcome any self-doubt, because sometimes maybe having self-doubt, having that fear, protects you from a failure, or protects you from a humiliation. I'm not saying always, but I'm saying maybe we can look at it from that point of view, that sometimes it's not bad, just doubt ourselves for a short minute, and think deeply about what we want to do, and don't I think yeah, when you think deeply, and something else that I want to say is that sometimes it's more complicated than that. Sometimes it comes from like the self-doubt comes from childhood trauma, something, a lack of something you had in your childhood. I don't know, you weren't encouraged enough, you weren't appreciated enough in your childhood, and sometimes it comes from that. So it's a trauma, and you cannot just face it, like overcome it naturally, or by doing some a strategy. Sometimes you need to seek help. Sometimes you need to see a therapist if that's really deep, and it's irritating you, and like preventing you from doing anything. It's like you're just sitting there and doing nothing, because you are always doubting. So sometimes it's not, you are not able to overcome it easily. So you need to, maybe seek some professional help. So just, I think we have to look at it also that way. And I think you should think about, um, if that self-doubt is stopping you from whatever you are doing, just think about your big purpose, your big goal, that you are doing everything that you are doing to reach that goal, and think, isn't that bigger, that any self-doubt, any fear, and why you want to do that, why you want to achieve that goal. I think if you understand that why, that the reason why you want to do something, and then it will be easier for you to overcome any fear, any doubts. And nowadays, that is, we are spending lots of time on social media. I think we have to protect ourselves from that, because sometimes this self-doubts comes from social media, comes from people sharing, different things on social media, and it have effects on us, and we are spending lots of time focusing on that, focusing on other people's life, focusing on how they have perfect lives on social media, and we think that we don't have that, and then we think that something is wrong with us, then we doubt ourselves. So we should understand that. I think we all know that, but it's not something, sometimes unconsciously you think that, all people on Instagram are living their perfect life, their happy life, and there is no problem with whatever they are doing. So just we have to understand that it's not like that, and it's if we are not doing the same that people are doing on social media, I don't know, on Instagram, on Facebook, it's not because we lack something. It's not because we cannot do it. Maybe our choice is different. Maybe we want to do something else, and it's not because we are less than a person that they are. So you just have that in your mind, and yeah, I think that's my take on this topic. Thank you again for this, and thank you all for your questions.
Yes, we did. That would be like the best thing, which is like nowadays we say our self doubt has increased mostly because of social media. Like they obviously show the perfect life they are living. They are doing all the good things, but they don't show the other side of the things. They just show the positive things. They just show the perfect life. And one more thing, as you said, every self doubt can't be overcome with just some strategies just by ourselves. Just as I said, childhood trauma, all the things, we have to seek professional help, as obviously. And one more thing was, self doubt would be great, would be helpful for us for our personal growth if we approach it correctly. Like just knowing where is this self doubt like how is this self-doubt approaching us, like how is it coming up. Just that would be way to helpful, like knowing ourselves. This self-doubt will help us knowing ourselves really easily. Yes, that would be like great idea. Yes.
Um, Good morning, everyone.
Hey, good
Yeah,
morning, Noah. How are you?
yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Thank you very much, Asad, for this wonderful topic. You know, overcoming self-doubt. This is something that is it's very crucial. But if we can be able to overcome it, I believe this will enable us to improve our self-image, and then also it enable us to learn from our positive past, and then I believe it helps us to set achievable goals, and also it enables us to be will be forgiving, you know, and then we develop compassion. You know, most of the time, most people they tend to say forgiveness. So when you have hurt somebody or you hurt someone, that's the only time they tend to forgive. But you can also forgive yourself. How? You made mention about maybe you might have past failures. You have consistently been doing something, but you might not be doing it the right way. So you hold this kind of instinct in you that, okay, you know what? You have this belief that, okay, I don't know how to do this thing. So you overcoming self-doubt now is telling you now that you need to forgive yourself first. How are you forgiving yourself? Like, you know what? I'll be able to do this. Try to, like how Bukola mentioned about positive affirmation. Then you have the time now to come around now and say, okay, you know what? I'm forgiving myself for all the failures or all the past things that I've been doing wrong, or all the things that I've not been able to do the correct way. So if you overcome that and you try to forgive yourself, then trust me, there comes positive affirmation. What's like, I can do it. I believe in myself. I'll be able to, there comes the accomplishment in whatever thing you're doing. Just like how Bukola mentioned again, um, positive affirmation plays a great role in terms of overcoming self-doubt. Because if you are not telling yourself that you can do this thing, you can do it for yourself, then no one else can do it for you, or no one else can tell you this. You just need to overcome some of these things in your own in your own way. You need to do personal introspection about yourself. So by so doing, you come up now with positive affirmation, then you'll be able to overcome self-doubt. Sepede also mentioned that this is something that it's part of human life, yeah, self-doubt. In whatever way or whatever thing that we are doing, each and every one of us here, we say, yeah, this is correct. Because there are certain things that you want to do or accomplish. We have this kind of feeling in ourselves, oh, I cannot do this. Just like how you mentioned about programming. You are an accounting student trying to do programming. It's far or it's not within your course or something that you have studied in university. So this will give you, like, you have this doubt in yourself. How can I be able to do this? Then you'll be able, that's the time you start procrastinating. All these sorts of things come into place. So, but you as a human being, you just need to embrace yourself, forgive yourself, and then be compassionate. You need to be compassionate about yourself also, and then forgive yourself, and then forge ahead, come up with discussion, or improve your self-image. Then automatically things will go easy for you. So for me, this is my own take on this topic. Thank you.
Yes, Noah. Like one of the main reason for self-doubt would be like our past experiences, past failures. If we just try to forgive ourselves, and like our self-image, what we think about ourselves would be like way too better than what we were doing before forgiving ourselves. If we could just forgive ourselves, like most of the things that affect our that are the cause of self-doubt would be gone. Like just they are not anything, they are not anymore. So this would be like really good thing. This will be one of the strategies we can follow. Forgiving ourselves, it's best. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Noah. Uh,
Mm.
okay, guys. It's 9:30, and we will conclude the session. I'll stop sharing the screen.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone, for being here. Thank you so much.
Mhm.